My name is Adam Wolfe. I'm a detective of the supernatural. 2 years ago, my sister Allie went missing. I've been looking for her ever since. Each case I solve brings me one step closer to finding her. This is my story.
Вітаю, я Антон Даньків. Починаю проходити гру Адам Вульф. Ну, як за іменем главного героя. Починаємо.
For a couple weeks now, the city's been plagued by strange fire breakouts. The story's all over the news. But what's missing from the news is that there are people disappearing with each new fire breakout. SFPD is keeping this info under wraps. An old buddy of mine from the force, Marv, asked me to help him out with this case. I managed to identify one of the perfs causing the fires. I ended up chasing this pyromaniac through the streets. I chased the killer into a dead-end street. He had nowhere to go.
Ну, мені обучалка не потрібна.
Missed me by the skin of my teeth. No more pulling punches. There he goes.
Ось новий випадок. Думаю, понятно, що це не простий поджигатель.
Yuck. Which way did he go? He went through one of those 3 tunnels. Which one?
Треба що-то, чи можна підважити. От так вот. Говоримося, ось це знову.
Whoa! There he is.
Що шукаєте? Ну що ж, щоб не вступати в жижу, попередемо через...
I hate closed spaces.
Так, тепер чекаємо, поки пара пройде. Сунемося опять вперед. Вибиваємо решетку. І... зустрічаємо цього.
As the burning monster fell to the ground, and his gut feeling I just couldn't shake. This guy was a mere pawn. He was behind the fires, all right. But who was behind him? What the hell?
Not over. All will
What the hell was that thing? What's that? It's a cot. I should call Marv and fill him in.
Ці от двері, кстати, ще зіграють сюди.
Adam, what's the status?
I got him. Whatever that guy was, he was no ordinary human.
I guessed as much. That's why we called you in on this one. I'll send a team to your location to set up the scene. Go home, Adam. You did good.
Marv was pleased. Me? Couldn't shake off the feeling that the fat has hit the fire. There was nothing more I could do that night. It was time to go home. Sleep would bring me little comfort. I knew the nightmare that was waiting for me all too well. Same as every night. And there she was. My sister Allie. And her disappearance, which keeps haunting me. In my dreams, I'm reaching out to her. She always slips through my fingers. Something wasn't right. Things were not where I left them last night. I had a visitor while I was asleep. A visitor who left clues.
Да. Нормально. Способність уважно подивитися. Зонтик. Шкафчик. Двері. Розставляємо по порядку, що сталося. Сліди чіткіші, відповідно. Більше грязі злетіло. Так, згріємося, то нормально. Олівець, ця штука пригодиться. Кстати, тут пасхалочка. На столі лежить книга Некрономікон.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary here. I'm sure the thief tampered with this area.
Ультрафіолетова лампа.
Well, the moment I held it in my hands, I simply knew. This will change everything. A watch. Why would someone leave me a watch? Time is not set.
Оцей годинник ще.
It's a strange symbol. There's some marks on the paper. $3.20 on the wrapping paper that came with the watch. This can't be a coincidence.
В наборі не хватає ультрафіолетової лампи. Всяка всячина. Єдиний неповторний Сан-Франциско. Любима гітара. І ручний ворон. Нормально. Годинник, який дозволяє побачити, що тут произошло в певний час, якщо стане. 3:20 не случайно.
What in the name of...
Тепер треба поставити все на місце. Відтворити картину.
That was intense. I saw
Так, прошлое.
Allie, my sister. This is where I kept track of her case. All these years and still not any closer to finding her.
Я вам покажу. Фотка з батьками. Ага. Папа.
That's the last picture of Allie and me before she disappeared.
Нормально.
A photo of her apartment, the way I found it after she went missing. What's this? I know this file like the back of my hand, and this wasn't here before. Zakat. That name rings a bell. Zakat Gallery. First that pyromaniac, now this. This place was definitely worth paying a visit.
Що ж, туди ми й підемо. Зараз.
But first things first. The visitor had to have left fingerprints on the paper.
Може, як нам пригодиться. Порошок на відбитки пальців.
Gotcha.
Взяли відбиток. Лишили.
I'll take a photo of it and send it to Marv. He can run it through the database. Hey, Marv, I got a favor to ask. I just sent you a partial fingerprint. Can you run it through your database?
Sure, but it'll take some time. Any suspects we should focus on?
Nah, I got no idea who might belong to, but just run it against everything you've got.
Okay, I'll send it to forensics and call you when I have something.
While Marv works his magic, I'm off to investigate this gallery. No rest for the wicked.
Ну що ж, відправимося в галерею. Тільки для початку вскриємо коробку, яку той так і не вскрив за 7 місяців. В галереї нам пригодиться вміст коробочки. Стандарт.
There's Allie's business card. I remember how proud she was when her company made her those. My old cell phone, still in working condition.
Да.
This thing is
Оригінальний
indestructible.
варіант задачі на пошук.
A metronome, musician's best friend. Allie made this straw man statuette when we were kids. I still keep it with me. This photo of Allie is a few years old. She disappeared shortly after this was taken. This veil is a memento from my first case as a detective of Gold Medal of Valor. It was the high point of my police career. This looking glass was a present from Marv when I was made detective. I gave up smoking years ago, but I still keep this lighter. Wow, it's been ages since I played any games. This one was a blast. Hold on. Oh, my comic book collection used to be huge, but most of it was sold to pay the bills. Hey, my old police badge. This actually might still open some doors.
Да, жетон нам пригодиться. Карта. Йдемо в галерею. Похмурий, ну поки його не чіпатиме. Бутилочку беремо. Пригодиться. Реместе.
The gallery gave off a strange vibe. I knew the security room would be the perfect place to look for clues, given all those cameras.
Відправимося.
Greetings. I am Saeed Al-Qadir. Welcome to my exhibition.
Nice to meet you. Name's Adam Wolfe.
I've heard of you, Mr. Wolf. You dabble in supernatural things. What brings you here?
I'm investigating the recent conflagrations that plague San Francisco.
We've had several fires here, but many in San Francisco can say the same. I don't see...
Do you mind if I had a look around?
Not at all, Mr. Wolf, but keep away from the restricted areas. Now, if you'll...
Ну що ж, араб з них. Тільки.
Touch me again and you lose the hand.
Sorry.
Агресивна баба.
I just need to take a look at the information display.
Що ж, глянемо з тебе. Так, треба тут дурнувата загадка, те, що, так сказати, відновити недостаючі частини. Цепь не на місці і так далі. Відомо, що він відноситься до ісламських часів. І судячи з усього, мав на увазі мав церемоніальне, а не бойове призначення. Тут не вистачає. Отак от. Отак от. За деяким свідченням він дає вічне життя, а за іншими проклятий. Кожну дрібку істини прийшлося виловлювати з купи забобонів. Ну що ж, виловлюємо істину. Раз уже на то пішло. Сьогодні кинжал належить сім'ї Аль-Кадір, і іноді його виставляють у музеях і галереях по всьому світу. Почати презентацію. Відволікли публіку. Кусок шовку і кинжал. В галереї стільки безцінних артефактів, а замок на кімнаті охорони просто дерьмовий. Ну що ж, в жопу свій замок тоді. От так от. Заходимо в кімнату.
This was sure to give me a view of the entire gallery, but the guard would have surely found me and kicked me out. I needed to find a way to stay the night.
Найдемо спосіб. Компакт диск нам пригодиться. Так от. Тут застрягло. Отвертка. Вона потрібна, щоб виковиряти шухляду. Тепер треба відновити замітки. Так сказати. Палаюча виставка. «28-114». Ой, 28-14. Код, який нам пригодиться. Диск з записями камер відеонаблюдення. 28-14. Так, смотрим. Дивимося на кинжал уважно. Світиться. Світиться.
There's some sort of connection here.
Це точно. Закрито. Що ж, тепер треба до мрачнуватого охранника. Різні артефакти. Комп'ютер.
The fires. They all happened at midnight. I need to spend the night at the gallery. It's a matter of...
Sir, I don't know.
I'm the detective investigating the recent conflagrations.
Don't know about any connections, but we did have a couple of fires here. but if I'm to let you spend the night, I'll need to see a badge first. Okay, take the keys to my office desk. There's a spare uniform there. Put on a cap or something. Stay inside the guard.
Шокер і фонарик нам потрібен. Штани теж. Беремо фуражку.
Well, the only thing left to do is wait for midnight.
Знову той самий дурнуватий кошмар. Пиздец.
There's a fire in the gallery. I have to get out. I have to put out that fire as soon as possible.
Що робити? Через двері не пройдемо. Вибиваємо.
That was close.
Так, однієї боси. Патрони кончились. Житель теж. Тепер треба точно.
Oh, crap. There's no going back now. I'll have to jump. Here goes nothing!
Треба, щоб кружки збіглися, можу
The
натиснути.
landing was harder than expected. I could barely breathe. But I managed to get myself out of the dumpster. Out of the shadows, Said approached. His words rang in my head.
Mr. Wolfe, you have no idea what you got yourself into. I hope you will survive the experience.
After that, I just let go. And the world was swallowed by darkness. I awoke in a strange room. Saeed was there, together with three. That demon almost got me, but I had the feeling I wasn't out of the fire just yet.
He's seen too much. He should be eliminated.
Do you know who this is? He's Adam Wolfe, the detective of the supernatural. He can help us with our problem.
I don't like it.
You hardly like anybody, Fang. Mr. Wolfe, please, excuse our lack of courtesy. We could use your help.
Why don't we just start from the beginning?
My name is Antoine Delacroix. These are my associates. We are in grave danger, Mr. Wolfe. But as you said, let's start at the beginning. Our story dates quite a while back, Mr. Wolfe. My friends and I first met a long time ago. We were 5 warriors, 5 adventurers, seeking eternal life.
Так. Відновлюємо карту. Ставимо.
Our paths led us to each other, and we all found ourselves at the resting place of Kanjar, the dagger of eternal life. The dagger would bestow its owner the gift of eternal life. We decided to form All was well until one of us, Joseph Whitman, died. It broke the pact we made, and the consequences were dire. A demonic entity was released from the dagger, determined Since one of us died, we now all have to die. And Mr. Wolfe, we don't want to.
I can understand the sentiment.
Quite. Whitman was a scholar and spent days on end researching our pact and the dagger. His interest seemed obsessive at times. His home might contain some clues as to how the demon can be dealt with. You can find Whitman's address in the lobby.
I didn't care much for Whitman or his evergreen buddies. But if that demon wasn't stopped, the entire city would burn to the ground. I took the case.
Коротше, 5 безсмертних ребят, які заключили договор з демоном. Тепер і по договору ніхто з них не мав погибнути, но один погиб, і остальні попали під роздачу. Так, хто це? Це Делакруа. Він вроді не такий жахливий, як решта. Її ім'я Фен, і я їй, здається, дуже не подобаюсь. По-моєму, толстяка звати Крам. Це Саїд Аль-Кадір, володар галереї Закат. Зовсім не уявляю, хто це. Ну, може, понятно, що це тоді Джозеф Вітмен, а? Таблички не відповідають іменам, що факт. Так, Фень відповідає. Вітмен. Адреса. Лінкольн-стріт 2331. Странна кнопочка, кстати. Відкриваємо двері. Знайома форма.
Touch the dagger and hear our story. The dagger can prolong life, but it is guarded by Arahad, a fiery ghost.
Тепер треба вибирати знаки. Охороняє, захищає, а захищає щит.
In order to possess and keep that power, a pact had to be made with Arahad.
Скріплений
Every 2
рукопожатий.
years, the dagger would switch custody between our 5 families in a strict order.
Слово написане великими буквами. Це ключове, по якому треба вибрати. Сім'я.
The first to hold the dagger shall be the Al-Qadir family. Al-Qadirs are descendants of an ancient Arabic bloodline, wealthy beyond imagination.
Династія. А що приходить на ум при цьому слові? Ні.
Next in line to guard the dagger will be the Krums.
Кінжал.
The Kroms are known as cunning bankers who amassed their fortune in 18th century Europe.
То я ні. Гроші?
The dagger then moves into the hands of a Feng. Fengs, whose ancestors advised the Chinese emperors themselves.
Китайці.
Ever moving, the dagger will find custody with the Delacroix family. The incredible wealth of the Delacroix family grew from their cotton plantations to the south. The dagger's journey ends. Whitmans, a line of scholars and professors, forever craving knowledge.
Вчених.
And none of the families shall hurt the other, lest they all burn for breaking the pact. As long as this pact is upheld, the cycle shall repeat forever and again, granting life eternal.
Вічно. Символ безкінечності. Герби. Забираємо герби сімей, що нам теж треба. Знак совєта. Відкриті двері. Ну, нам потрібна карточка. Ну що ж, на цьому поки що завершимо. Дякую за увагу. Підписуйтесь на канал і до зустрічі!